pick it up. I've got the one up here for our pew. Okay, I'll be right back with it. Yeah, please and register. This is great record keeping for the office, okay? And to know who our visitors are. All right, going over some announcements in the bulletin. Always the prayers and concerns, because we know those work. That's really important. And there's blue prayer request cards in the bench there, right in front of you, okay? All right, there's a lot of things going on this week, a lot of ministry opportunities, a lot of meetings, and everything is really good. I really want to speak just a little bit about the meetings of the week. For the first one on tomorrow night, November the 12th, is the Willing Workers meeting. There's 2 ladies groups in the church, Willing Workers and Helping Hands, and we all come together tomorrow night, and we would like to invite any and all ladies to come. Bring a gently loved item, or we're regifting something. Don't tell, okay? And those are auctioned off. We have a very lively, fun auction. And then that money is used to buy Christmas presents for children who otherwise would not have Christmas. So it's a really great, fun evening and an opportunity to possibly get to know people better. So come and bring some. You can bring a family heirloom if you would like. However, you be the judge, okay? All right, also, Family Day is coming up again next Sunday. Does time...
And be glad in it. Amen?
Amen.
Good morning and welcome to First United Methodist Church. My name is Will Posey. I'm the pastor here, and we're so glad that you're here and with us in worship. Y'all who are here in person, who are watching online and listening on the radio, we're really glad that you're here. When you came in, you got a bulletin. There's a lot of information in there. You've heard a little bit more about some announcements. There are 2 things that I want to highlight this morning as we begin our time in worship today. The first is to recognize that today also happens to be Veterans Day. So as we're getting going in worship, I want to take just a moment to recognize and to honor those who are in our midst this morning who are veterans. So if you are a veteran of the armed services, I want to invite you at this moment to stand so that we can recognize you and give you a round of thanks. So if you're a veteran, would you please stand? We're so glad that you're here. We're honored that you're here. We're glad that you're here and that you're home, and are grateful for the ways that you've given some of your life in service to others. And we're grateful for how your service is taking us to the end of a more peaceful and just society. Thank you for that. I also want to recognize, too, veterans as well as families of veterans. Those are often folks who are, in a different way, giving service and sacrifice and sleepless nights for the person that they love. So, if you are a spouse, child, parent, grandparent, or sibling of a veteran, would you please stand so that we can honor you? It's a family affair, isn't it? And so we're grateful that you're here. And we want to honor you and thank you for what you've given for us and for this country that we get to call home. The second thing that I want to raise up for you this morning is to remind you that right after worship today, we'll be having our annual Charge Conference. Every United Methodist Church has a Charge Conference each year that celebrates and looks back on ministry in the past year and then looks ahead into the coming year. So I hope that you'll hang around for that right after worship today. And we at First Methodist here in Murphy are especially honored, and I am grateful that our new district superintendent, the Reverend Linda Kelly, is here with us today in worship and will be with us in Charge Conference. There are a lot of churches in our district, and Linda could be at a bunch of them, and she's not. She's here, and she's going to more after ours today too, I believe. So we are honored to have Linda Kelly with us in worship. Linda, we could talk about her years of service in ministry, ways that she served God and the kingdom in various churches in Western North Carolina. We could talk about lots of things and all that she's done as our new district superintendent. But I want to tell you the thing that has been most important and most impactful to me as I've gotten to know Linda. She is the kind of person who, if you hang around her for even just a little bit, you can't help but love Jesus a little bit more. Do you have people like that in your life? If not, you have one now. And she's our district superintendent. And I hope that that makes you feel really good as a congregation, that we get to hang out a little bit this morning with someone who will help you love Jesus and be a little bit nearer to God just by being friends. So I'm thankful to have Reverend Linda Kelly in my life and for her leadership in our district and for our denomination. And we're honored to have you here with us in worship and for Charge Conference today. At this point, I want to invite you now to stand and to greet your neighbors with the peace of Christ, and then we'll be brought back with music.